Ahoy hoy fellow bookworms, my name is Caroline and I like to read books, so today I'm going to be reviewing Scythe by Neal Shusterman. Before I get into the actual review, I just wanted to say that this is the first review I've done for a while, and the reason for that is that I've been kind of uncertain about how to review books properly. I would really appreciate if you would let me know down in the comments what kind of reviews you like to watch. Do you prefer if I keep spoilers in it or make them spoiler free? Is there a certain structure I should stick to and stuff like that? Just let me know so that in the future I can be reviewing in a better way. But anyway, for today I thought I would do like a pros and cons review just because I think it's a really fun and quick and easy way to review, so let's go. Quick plot summary. This book takes place in a utopian future where basically disease and war and famine have been completely wiped out. Humanity has discovered immortality and are living pretty happily and successfully on Earth. This means that they need to have some way of maintaining the population, so we have this group called Scythes who go around and randomly kill people to keep things under control. Our two main characters are Rowan and Citra. I think I'm saying her name right, but I could be completely wrong. And basically they're apprenticing under a man named Scythe Faraday who is teaching them the ropes and stuff like that, and they're learning and experiencing things, and the story just kind of goes from there. That's all I'm going to give away about the plot of this book, so let's just jump into the pros first. Pro number one is that the concept of this book really made me think. This is quite a philosophical book, and I found it really interesting to think about this world where humanity had attained immortality. It brought up a lot of questions about morality. Are the Scythes doing the right thing? How much violence is too much violence? Is it right to make two teenagers your apprentices in this line of work? I just enjoyed that it made me think about all that stuff, but also I really liked that it was written in a way where the messages about morality didn't feel like they were being forced on you. Pro number two for me was the writing. Both the characters and the story itself were really well written. I liked the characters and seeing their struggle with morality. I liked the relationship between them and the way that it developed. I liked seeing their different viewpoints on things. I also liked a lot of the kind of more side characters, especially Scythe Faraday, who I just thought was absolutely amazing. There are also quite a few actiony scenes in this book, and a lot of the time I find them kind of hard to follow or confusing to read. In this book, I found them really easy to follow. I could imagine everything happening in my head. The book never felt too wordy or anything like that. It was just the right amount of descriptive for this. The final pro I'm going to mention is that the world made sense. My main concern going into this book was that I wouldn't understand why things had happened this way. How did humanity just stumble upon immortality? In this world, something like iCloud has evolved to be what's called the Thunderhead, which basically has all human knowledge stored on it, and it's eliminated the need for government leaders and stuff like that. It chooses where to build a road where it will be most effective. It chooses how much money to put into research and stuff like that, which completely made sense to me. It also made a lot of sense to me that the Thunderhead is not in charge of who gets randomly killed for population control, because that's not something you can trust to like an artificial intelligence. It's better left to humans who at least have a conscience about it. So that made sense in this world, and I liked that I never felt like I was missing anything. I never felt like anything was being left out, and it made sense, and I really liked that. I only have two cons that I want to mention, the first one being the villain of the story. This isn't a story where we have some overarching evil that our characters are battling against, but there is definitely an antagonist in this story. I did find him to be a really interesting character. Instead of killing one person per day like most Scythes would, he goes to public places and will kill 20 or 30 people at once to reach his monthly quota, and it's kind of throughout the story he's bringing more and more Scythes around to his way of doing things, and it was just really interesting. My main problem with him though was that he was kind of underdeveloped. He was just a bit of a mustache twirling villain. We never got any reason for why he did things this way. It was like he just existed to make us question Scythes and what is the right way to do stuff and all that, and I just didn't really like him as a character. I think if he'd been better developed, if we'd got a bit of backstory, I would have completely understood how he had come to this conclusion that that was the best way to glean people, but instead he was just evil without a cause, and that's not something I really enjoy. The second con I'm going to talk about is the ending, and I don't want you guys to think that means it was a bad ending. It just left me feeling kind of underwhelmed. Scythe has a bit of an open ending that would have left the author with two options: either write a sequel to it, which is the option he chose, or let readers kind of make up their own minds about what happened and use their imaginations and stuff like that, which is what I would have preferred. I didn't actually dislike the ending of this book, I just wasn't completely happy with it, and I think the knowledge that there's a sequel is what really ruined it for me, and I can't say more because spoilers, but I feel like you guys kind of get the point I'm trying to make. Overall, I would probably give this book like a 3.5 or 4-star rating. I am pretty terrible at giving actual star ratings and then justifying them, but I found this book entertaining, fast-paced, well-written. I liked the characters, I liked the world and the fact that it made sense, and although I wasn't crazy on the villain or the ending, it was still a really entertaining story and I would definitely recommend it. If you've also read Scythe, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments, and don't forget to let me know what you thought of my review so that I can kind of fine-tune my reviewing style in the future. But anyway, I upload videos Wednesdays and Saturdays, so be sure to like this one and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned on those days for more bookish goodness. Toodaloo!